Good evening, folks. It is Thursday night. I've got a good one tonight. I've got Fred from the Cryptids are all right. You know Fred. You've seen him around Twitter, at least I have. Makes incredible music that I can't get enough of. And now I'm going to talk to this guy, see what the fuck's going on. What's up, Fred?
Uh, Not much. Thank you so much for that intro.
Of
Uh,
course.
yeah, and I'm glad you like the music. It's 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 just me. It's one guy.
See, I got
Um,
all the respect in the world for you guys that can do it by yourself. Just one person,
I,
I was listening to I was listening to most of them today, but the I don't want to die in suburbia. I apologize. I don't have my song
oh yeah,
titles in
no,
front of me.
that's good. Yeah.
But I like that one. That's a cool song, man. That's just like you and then a little bit of like it sounded like hand percussion to me. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep. It's it's all in a Alessis multi-strake pad.
Yeah.
So I don't have I do have like cajones
Hmm.
which is a box you set on
Yeah.
and a
Yeah. Yeah.
drum on,
Yeah.
but I don't record it because it records unevenly.
Hmm.
I guess if you have like more microphones, they have a better sound.
You can kind of
Uh,
space it out or whatever. Yeah.
right. So I do all my drumming on this. It's just like uh, it's a 9 piece, just drum pads, and I actually just have a little drumsticks right here, and
Nice.
just and then I just switch the uh, what you call it, switch like the patch I
Hmm.
wanted on. So like for most of it, I had like the boom 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 boom,
Yep.
and then towards the end, I had all the hand drums come in,
Mm.
and that's I just I love I can do that with a synthetic device like the multi like in order to do that in my house, I'd have to have so much space and
Yeah.
room to set that up.
Yeah. That's awesome. It sounded, and they sound authentic too. It's not like if you hear, I don't know, if you hear some hip hop music and stuff like that, you can tell they kind of just click the drums in with the mouse on Ableton or whatever, and you kind of,
Right.
but it sounded good, man. I, I really do like your music, and I know
Yeah.
maybe you think that a lot of people won't, but Jesus, like I like personal lyrics and what some might consider depressing lyrics. That shit resonates more with me than anything else ever, than anything ever has. So like, how did you? I guess how did you get started doing music?
um, so, uh, and earlier I was thinking, I was like, don't depress everyone, don't depress
You
everyone.
can you can depress. We're all a bunch of sad bastards here on Limbo Podcast, so it's fine.
So I was going to spin it as they're not depressing songs, they're uplifting songs that you didn't live this life.
Well, I think you get
um,
the uplifting message underneath for sure.
yeah. But so I started playing guitar when I was 16. My mom gave me a guitar, and I was like, thanks. I didn't really ask for one. I didn't. But she had a guitar when she was 16, so she was like, this is your 16th birthday present.
Hmm.
And I didn't even play it until like the end of the year. There was like a high school talent show or
Hmm.
something, and someone was like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. You'd suck anyway." So I was like, "Okay," and like that's like the wrong thing to say to me. So I just sat down and like learned all these chords from the back of like a Beatles songbook,
Hmm.
and then learned how to play Christmas songs along with it
Nice.
because Christmas songs have like an easy melody
Yeah.
for you to remember, and then just from then on it was nonstop. I did take a break when I was 27. I got diagnosed with a essential tremor,
Hmm.
so my hands shake really bad. So I was like, oh man, I can't do the me 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 solos anymore. So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the point? Um, but I think I really found my groove. I came back and I just slowed everything way down. And instead of trying to play like fast, like palm muted stuff and um, more psychedelic rock,
Yeah.
um, I'm embracing the folk rock side of me. Like I have that like country upbringing, so that kind of fits
Well,
anyway.
you're like Johnny Cash, man. He said he can't play any faster. That's just the way he plays.
Yeah, it's
Right.
that's my speed.
That's great.
So yeah, one of these times I'll hope to get a collaboration. I'm working on a collaboration with Kelly Kittner from the
Oh,
Kittners.
really?
Yeah,
That's
me and
cool.
him are pretty tight. We talk um, privately and stuff,
Hmm.
and he's a cool guy, great musician.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are both awesome. Uh,
He's a hell of a guy for sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
yeah, so hoping to do a collab with him. But I miss the meadly me guitar sounds.
Hmm.
So hopefully someday I'll do a collab with someone else that can play
Why don't you talk to
faster.
all you got to do? Just shoot Jeff Vicario a DM. He'd do it.
Yeah,
He would do it I know he likes your shit, so he would 100% do it.
yeah, maybe there's an upcoming collab. I'll reach out to him.
Reach out. I'd do one with you too. I rap a little bit. I'd rap on your shit. I was listening to it. I was like, I can rap on this.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, I have that. Like, I go for a groove. Like,
Mhm.
I look for a rhythm
Got
and
a
I
definite rhythm to it that I was like, yeah, I
like
could do that.
sit in the pocket. So
Yep.
that'd be sweet as
That's the way I
well.
do it anyways. I find a pocket and just write it out. I could do that. I would love to do something like that with you anytime.
Yeah, that'd be a badass collab.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it would be.
Um, so how'd you get into rapping?
Me? I basically, out of necessity, I suppose, I started making beats when I was like 24, 23 or something like that. And then I'd make these beats, but no rappers in my town want to rap on them because I kind of made beats in the approach that if I can't find a rapper, I don't need words on it anyways because they're that good and they're changed and they're blah blah blah. Like they don't have the basic 4/4 or whatever. It's just man, the crescendo, fucking whatever. This is all crazy. It's EDM music, right? I get bored, so I just fucking go for it. So I started to do that, and then I got tired of nobody wanting to rap on my stuff, and I thought, well, fuck it, like I'll try, I'll see what I can do, and then I just did it one day, and it sounded pretty half decent, so I kept going with it.
Nice.
That's about it, dude. Honestly, it was fun. I started doing a bunch of live shows and shit like that, so it was all right. And then did that for 10 years, 12 years now. I was fucking going for it.
Nice, man.
Obviously, no shows anymore because of all the craziness, but
Yeah. Yeah. And anywhere that I've been doing some open mics through Zoom.
nice.
And most of the sound quality is pretty good, but
Yeah.
every now like someone tried to play a fiddle, and
Oh,
that did not sound great over Zoom.
that would have hurt a little bit, I think.
Yeah, um, like really talented guy,
Mhm.
did not sound good.
Ouch.
But there's only one place locally that's doing open mics live, and I'm just not. I don't think it's safe enough yet for me to go do that.
Well, yeah, for sure, absolutely, and that's the number one. Like you, at the end of the day, people have to stay safe and assess their own risk and everything like that. But
Yeah.
like I take it seriously too. Like I don't do it ever. I do like curbside pickup for groceries. If I run in a store, I slap the mask on. Fucking don't get too close to people and in and out. Like I don't, I don't go. I'm gonna go to Walmart and go shopping for whatever. Like I go for
No.
necessities, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But
Changed completely the way people shop and do it. Everything.
100%.
I'm mostly a shut-in anyway. I
Yep.
mostly stay inside my house. But
Yep.
when I go out, it's like mask on. I go to the place. I do the thing, and then I come right back home.
That's it. Exactly. Point A to point B, and a lot faster than it used to be.
Yeah.
Never mind the
Definitely.
overwhelming anxiety of being outside without a pandemic. Then you throw a pandemic on top of it. It's like, oh,
Exactly. Like normally it's like stepping outside. Oh God, the sky's crushing me. You're like, oh, outside's nice for once. Then you're like, oh God, people,
people
hi.
everywhere. Ah,
Yeah.
you have to run as fast as you can.
Yeah,
For sure.
and I live in suburbia,
Okay. Yeah.
so that's kind of like one of the things my song is about is like you can't really go anywhere or do anything. People are just sitting around looking at one another across the street, like waiting to die. So
Fuck yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's true though. That's true.
yeah, especially here is mostly of retired old people as well. It's like, so they're the most at risk people.
Oh, so they're all just watching and waiting, right?
Yeah, I see people. The dude across the street from me literally just opens his garage door and sits in his garage door on his phone all day long, staring out. And that's kind of what I was riffing on in the song. I was just like, geez, I can't imagine, that life. But then it's me in my house looking out the window at the guy.
You're looking out the window,
in his
looking at the
garage.
guy, looking.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh my God, it's me too.
This is Inception. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I can't judge him too hard.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Just peeking out the window, everybody peeking out the window, everybody peeking out the window. That's awesome, man. That's funny. So you got, I was surprised actually how many songs you had readily available online on all the streaming services, because I use YouTube Music, used to be Google Play. But you got a fuckload up there, dude. You've got like 12 songs on there at least?
There's got to be about. I did. Let's see. So starting in March is when I started really recording under the Cryptids Are Right. So since then I've done 3 EPs and a bunch of singles. So and I did for the month of July. You know how there's Christmas in July? Well, there was a Cryptids in July. So every day it was like an art prompt, how they give them a prompt and then the artist draws something.
Yeah.
So every day there was a different cryptid, like the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, and some other ones I'd never heard of before. And so I did a song a day for almost the entire month. So I have something like 51, 61 songs online.
Oh, really?
Well, like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not all of them are, I wouldn't say all of them are good. Because in some of the EPs, there's some filler in there, I think, or somewhere I was like, man, I need another song. So what I do is I took out my a deck of tarot cards, and I just laid down the tarot cards and made up a story as I went. And after I had the story, I converted it into lyrics, and that was a song on an EP.
That's awesome.
So yes, I'm really big into emergent narrative systems, such as tarot. Even though I don't think it can read my future or anything, but it's an interesting device. But yeah, I've got like 51 songs in there, and Bandcamp has more than Spotify. Because Bandcamp is where I'm not afraid to put things with warts and stuff, because I think people will go on there and be like, oh, this is the artist's webpage. You could see like this was an older take, or this was like much older, or this was experimental, and you can put tags on stuff like that. Whereas on Spotify, you get served up algorithmically. So it's like you can't have any bad songs on Spotify.
Yeah, you want to have your finished ones and as polished as possible. It's like you can't. I was the same way with Bandcamp. I'd just fucking throw whatever on Bandcamp and put demo in brackets or some shit if I wanted to. Right? Yeah. You could use that as like a SoundCloud if you wanted to. Charge $1 or nothing, or just pay what you want, right? Like but that's great. I think that's awesome. I think more people should utilize Bandcamp than they do. I mean, a lot of people do. I mean, I guess I should say I wish people would buy shit off Bandcamp.
Right. I think Bandcamp has a problem with discoverability. Like, it's very hard to discover new people on Bandcamp. Even going through their tagging system,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough, and I just don't think that they've cracked it as a product. But I think if they did that, they'd be conquering
Their app is fantastic.
everyone. Yeah, the
That
app is
Bandcamp app
wonderful.
is great. Real
I
good.
payday every payday, which is tomorrow for me.
Yes.
I go out and spend a little bit of money on Bandcamp
Mm-hmm.
and make sure I'm contributing to the scene at least.
Yeah. That's good of you,
But
man. That's awesome.
I work as a learning systems engineer.
Okay.
So I a software engineer that makes systems that learn.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have a job. It's an okay job. So you might as well give back to people that might not have jobs, or music might be their way of getting money.
Yeah.
So it's just how I think of it.
That's good of you, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, that's good. Maybe more people like that for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm guilty of not spending near as much money as I fucking should on music, but that's why I do this. This is my
And you give back by being a pillar in the community. So that's
pillar. I like that.
yeah.
I like that. Pillar of the community. You hear that, world? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like everyone knows Limbocast, and it's like you guys, Jay and SLE and Grunge Norris and TSFC are
Yeah.
like the big places that I know of. I know of other internet radio that they don't do outreach. They don't do talking with artists. It's just like, okay, submit your song and we'll play your song
Yeah. Now fuck off. Yeah.
in the next 6 months or so.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, we might tell you about it.
Yeah.
Which I'm extremely grateful for anyone that's played any of my music. So that's great. But I just think there's more of a community around what you guys are doing. So that's really cool.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying, man. Like, I'm trying to. Well, I know me and Jay and Ollie really try to, just bring the whole scene together. Everybody. It's not obviously SLE and TFSC are two different stations, but between the three of us, we all share emails with each other. We all try and build up a little network for everybody to, be a part of. But that all comes from Ollie's hard work. Like that guy, fuck man, he works his ass off. Jay does too. I'm not slamming on Jay on this. I just mean I knew Ollie before I knew Jay, and Jay approached me after hearing my podcast and said, I want to play your podcast on the radio. I was like, fuck, cool. And now I do the radio show with him in the morning, every morning. So like, I'm everywhere.
That's awesome.
I'm fucking everywhere with these guys, Now I have a show coming on TFSC on Saturday, so it's fucking crazy.
Oh, sweet. I hadn't heard that one yet.
No, it's brand new. First episode is going to be this Saturday. I think it'll be should be 3:00 for you if you're east. Yeah, so it's like 1:00. So yeah, 3 p.m. your time. And so all I did basically, obviously I got a shitload of emails doing this, and it's awesome. It's fucking great. But I had a record label reach out to me called Big Stir Records, and they do like power pop. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome genre of music I'd never heard of. It's kind of like indie rock or whatever, but it's awesome. And they said they were giving away sampler CDs of all their artists on their label. And I wrote back, I said, yeah, I'll fucking take one. I'd love that. I miss physical media. I'd love to see what you got. And they mailed me that CD, and they mailed 7 others with it and said, thank you for the interest. I was like, holy shit, like that's brilliant. Thank you so much. And I can't give you money, but blah, 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 blah. I was like, I love vinyl and this and that. And the next day I got a shipping notice. They sent me 4 full-length records.
Whoa,
and like
nice.
a magazine, and like one record was a double LP, and there's like, here you go, thanks for everything. I was like, well, what the fuck? I gotta do something. So I'm gonna take a bunch of their artists and a bunch of another label that they introduced me to and kind of mash them together and give them a show. And hopefully I can do it every Saturday to just help spread the word a little bit. So we'll see.
That's a good way of just being, community.
That's yeah, and that's the big thing that they preach is about being community. So it's like, well, I can at least do something. Like I'll do another goddamn show then, and all. But we'll see how it goes over. Hopefully people like it, but I don't know. I have to do something. I don't got a lot of money, but I can give you my time. That's about it.
Yeah. No, that'll be a fun fun genre of music to have a.
Yeah, it's just so different for me to listen to, but I love it. That's good.
My friend growing up, he actually went the music route, and
Mhm.
he has had a band and everything else, and that's the type of music they play is like power pop or um, indie pop.
A pop rock, or I don't even know what you would
Yeah,
call it, I guess, but
yeah, it's just indie pop rock, I guess.
yeah,
But
there's so many
uh,
genres. I just call it good, man. I don't know. Like I'm a metal guy, I'm a rap guy, I'm whatever. I listen to all music that I whatever.
yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I freak out a lot about people's talent. Like
Mm,
that's what I want is the talent.
yeah,
So you can catch me listening to like Aesop Rock, and then like
Aesop Rock is great.
yes, he's a lyrical genius.
Perfect.
And then the next step I'll be listening to something from like Buckethead or
Yeah,
Yngwie Malmsteen or
yeah,
something.
yeah. You can't
So
shit
it's
on Yngwie Malmsteen, dude. That guy's a
no,
monster. Yeah,
he's
one of the
he's a
pioneers.
total d bag, but really nice like
But he can do
technique
the
and yeah
tremolo or whatever.
yeah meedly,
The
yeah
sweeping.
yeah. And
There's a great band for my city. I don't know if you've probably never heard of them, but they're called Into Eternity. And the guitar player Tim, his favorite guitar player is Ingme. So or Ingve. If you listen to it, you'll tell. He'll be like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah."
it's
Super sweeps, man. That's crazy. They're Buried in Oblivion album. Check it out.
sure.
They were signed to Century Media actually for a while. It's a
Yeah,
big label.
I actually have no idea how labels work nowadays,
I don't either.
because it's like anyone can say, uh, like I say, I have a label, and but it's just me.
I have a label too, but it's not. It's like a small independent label, but I'm on one. I don't know what they do for me. Mainly, I think they just pay for my um, cost to be on the internet, for, to have my music on the internet, and they try to find
Oh,
me publishing deals. That's about it.
do you do distribution through them, or do you handle your
I
own
did it
through like?
through. I This time I did it through them, but I had done it through DistroKid before.
Yeah, that's what I use,
Yeah.
um, which is it's pretty good as long as you don't make a mistake. If you make a mistake,
How many
you
times did you get
it's
fucked
bad
over on the
news.
artwork? That's what I want to
Yeah,
know. How many
so
times
far
did you get?
none.
Oh, fuck. Every time for me, it was like, the artwork sucks. The pixels are fucked. You can't put this up. It's like, fuck. But they wait until you get every other song uploaded and then say, sorry. And they have to start over. It's
Yeah,
another fucking 2 days. Piss me off.
that
Piss me
would
off.
suck.
I hated it. Fuck, man. I had to go find, because I don't know how to do that shit. So I was just like tracking buddies down, like, hey, I don't know what 1400 by this is. Can you do something? Does that mean anything to you? Yeah, man, I'll send it right back. Okay, thank you. You know?
Yeah, I have they did one thing that they switched my picture from being portrait to landscape, but I didn't notice until after I was out. It was for my for the last song I did, Dark Dark Water,
Love that
and
song, by the way.
thank you so much. It's a uh, it's actually how I go to sleep at night is by like the lyrics in that song is like I actually think about water like just rising over top of me, and then once I'm drowning and I'm done, then I fall asleep. And like it's kind of fucked up. Oh, excuse me, it's kind of
That's
messed up.
fine. You
But
can swear all you like, brother. It's all good.
oh, okay. But yeah, so that's what that song is about. But yeah, they totally screwed up the artwork on that one. But I don't think anyone really pays attention to my artwork.
Yeah, or was it an improvement? You know, like sometimes a little change like that, like, oh, I never thought of doing it that way. That actually looks
Yeah,
good.
exactly. It's better by accident. Yeah.
Yeah, DistroKid's great. Like it's certainly well, the most cost friendly one I've found, and fairly user friendly as long as you have your shit together with the sizes, because they don't seem to care about like the quality of the MP3 or the wave, like how big the file is. You know, they're kind of just
Right.
like, if it's MP3, that's fine. If it's wave, that's fine. They're not going to say, well, we can't fucking put it on these guys because it's not mastered properly, you shithead. You know, they
Yeah.
don't do anything like that. So
Has to be perfectly lossless.
yeah, lossless, yeah, that's it. FL only FLAC files. That's it.
Yeah. Every album would be like a gig.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, for my EP, it'll take half your hard drive.
200 gigs. Just
I don't understand why more people aren't listening to me, but
yeah. Can't your phone play FLAC, bro?
yeah.
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Uh,
Well, what are you listening to nowadays? What's something that's got your
well,
interest peaked lately? Indie or not, whatever you want.
funny we were talking about lossless. The camera slowed down, so it was like, uh, but it was just funny that we were talking about lossless and that
And that
happened.
happened. Yeah.
Thanks, Zoom.
Thanks, Zoom. Yeah, there's all sorts of weird shit that happens with this fucking thing sometimes. But yeah, what are some bands you're jamming these days? Could be
Oh,
indie musicians or whatever's getting you going.
yeah. So I mostly listen to indie music,
Me too.
even if it's not indie music from Twitter. I
Hmm.
do listen to people from Twitter, um, but uh, Michael Jordan Touchdown Pass, which
Hmm.
is a completely ridiculous name for a band.
Amazing name for a
Um,
band.
yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
they've got something good going on with their album Lion. The new Sufjan Stevens album is like music from the year 3000. If you like electro or
Yeah.
electronic music,
Hmm.
the beats are crazy. He fully embraces going synthetic
Yeah.
as he never has before, and it's just like coming coming all over. So yeah, it's crazy. And let's see. Yeah, there's just I'm always a big fan of the Mountain Goats. I got my Mountain Goats
Nice.
t-shirt on. I'm repping.
Nice.
Um, they've got an album coming up soon, which is called Getting Into Knives. That should be coming out in December, I think. But
Nice.
they've been releasing singles, which are all really good.
Oh, great.
And that's who I kind of I don't want to say I ape or copy, but I really like how John Darnell tells stories. Each one of their songs is a story, and I haven't quite mastered it yet because I'm not a master like he is. Uh, but I'm trying to get there. It's like every song is a story, and every song has to like tell you something or be something.
Right.
Um, and that's what I get from them. But anything on your radar that you've been listening to?
Oh man.
A lot of power pop, obviously.
Yeah, a lot of power pop now, yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's the guys I was mentioning from Big Stir, like the Armoires are fantastic. Uh, Blake Jones he's just fucking wild, man. He's like a folk guy, but he's got all sorts of crazy instrumentation behind it, and I love the sound of his voice. So that's two from them, and then like I got a band I'm really excited about called Bipolar Explorer. They're fucking
That's awesome.
awesome. They do like dream pop or something. I guess yeah, dream pop. That's what they consider themselves. But just the songwriting on that is fantastic. It's just like it's like shoegaze music, you know.
Yeah.
So they got a new one coming out next month. I'm hoping payday should be tomorrow for me too. So I'm gonna pre-order that shit. It's a double disc, so it's I think Mike said it's like 3 hours, 3 hours of music and a 30-page booklet for like $20.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm looking
deal.
forward to that. Yeah, that's what I said too. And honestly, yeah, there's so much, man. Like it's ridiculous. After I'm done here at like 11 p.m. my time, me and Jay are going on, and we're gonna do a whole show based on whatever showed up in our inbox. And we're not gonna listen to it beforehand. We're just gonna drop it on the station, and it's gonna be the first time for us hearing it too. Because like we have so much shit. Let's just see what happens. I'm terrified and excited at the same time. I never get bad stuff. I joke about it, but I literally have never gotten anything that I'm just like, fuck, I can't play that. You know, it's crazy. The amount of talent is crazy. I just picked up the new Demon Scar, so I'm excited to check that out. They're giving it away on Twitter there, so thanks for
nice.
that, boys. Check that out. And Deadeye Doll, I'm a big fan of. Those guys are great.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
I like listening to your music for sure. You're on my radar all the time, buddy. Whatever you put out, I'm there for it. Fuck yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, just whatever, man. Maddie Olds is great. Like she's got a hell of a voice, hell of a talent. All sorts of stuff, all over the map with it.
Yeah, I like usually about an hour before I go to bed. I put on my headphones and I'll either go on Instagram and listen to what people are playing on Instagram, or I'll go on Twitter and like people are like, "Hey, check out my new track." Okay, like so I actually do go through and listen to people's tracks. It's just usually not throughout the day. It's at nighttime.
Yeah.
But there's just a ton of bands. They're great. Portobello Express, for instance.
Yes,
It's
fantastic.
And the Metal Birds is another big one.
Great, yeah.
I think they've been on the show.
They're pretty popular nowadays, eh?
Yeah, I saw something. They got like a Grammy nomination or something. Or
Jesus, good for them.
Something going on.
I gotta talk to them.
Yeah, that'd be a good show.
I was supposed to a few months ago, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I got busy, as I do. And then I always have to circle back at some point and be like, fuck yeah, I know. I was supposed to talk to you in June. It's fucking December. Sorry, bro. Like, you know, I'm booked like a month ahead, so.
Yeah. Well, I had no idea the time this was going to be, which, you know, isn't a problem or anything. But when I signed up for it and then I found out the time, I was like, wait a minute, that's way past my bedtime.
Is it way past your bedtime? Sorry, bro.
No, I'm just kidding. But
well, it won't be after Sunday when your clocks switch. It'll be more manageable for the East Coast.
Oh yeah. I always forget. I just let the computer do it for me.
It's like,
so yeah.
I don't change times where I'm at. We're like the only place that doesn't. We stay the same time.
Is that like Arizona?
No, I'm in Canada. I'm in Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay.
Right in the middle of the country.
Right in the heart.
Right in the heartland, yeah, exactly.
Yep, I know.
Everywhere else changes. Everywhere else changes times on either side of us, but not us. We're like, fuck you. We don't need daylight savings time. Have you seen our winters? They're bullshit. There's nothing that can save that. Not even an extra hour of daylight.
Yeah, there's Saskatchewan. That's like one of the more rural areas of Canada, right?
100%. Yeah. That's probably the most rural area. Lots of farmland. Lots of space in between towns and cities.
It's kind of like what it is when I say the words New York, people automatically think New York City.
But there's upstate New York.
Exactly.
Where the Amish are, right? Aren't there Amish people? Amish?
There are some in New York, but a lot of them are Pennsylvania,
That's
like
right,
Pennsylvania Dutch.
Pennsylvania Dutch.
Um,
God damn it, that's right.
yeah.
That's right.
But there's like an entire town of Orthodox Jewish people that, so like the entire town doesn't drive on the holy days. So everyone is out walking on the streets. So if you ever visit there, then and you're driving, you're like, what the heck is going on? Like, it's nuts. But because the entire town, like that's their culture, that's how it is. But it's just very insular in that one town. But upstate New York is very much cows and farms and whatnot as well.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy. That's funny. So like,
mountains.
I've seen pictures of like Rhode Island. Like, well, that would be considered. Wouldn't that be considered like upstate?
Rhode Island is it's on the other. It's between Massachusetts and Connecticut.
Okay.
So it's this really really tiny state that it seems to only have like a handful of big towns.
Okay.
But I don't know how much of it is I consider upstate. And then also that they're on the water, so they've got like a lot of boating and that sort of stuff out there.
That's awesome. Good for them. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I guess when I do think New York, I think obviously like Manhattan and all that, the big city, not necessarily the countryside.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone thinks the city, which is fine, it's fine with me. But growing up, it was a challenge to be like, yeah, I'm from New York. They're like, oh, New York City. You know, they didn't even assume New York City. It's just they did assume New York City. They didn't even think of anywhere else in the state.
Nowhere else.
No. So it's
not
like
Syracuse or anything like that.
Yeah, Syracuse are the places where the rich people go to get away from the city.
That's right. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Where they have their second homes, their third homes. So.
We're fourth homes probably nowadays. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's so much money floating around. It's fucking ridiculous. We don't have any of it. Not a penny for us.
Send some my way. Yeah. Send some our way.
Yeah, I would take it. Well, Fred, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you, buddy. I'm serious. I would do a fucking song with you. If you send me something, I can record my vocals. I can send you whatever.
Yeah, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, totally. We'll do a collab, and
anytime.
It'll give me a chance to do something even more rhythmic than I normally do.
Yep, so. I'm down. Anytime.
All right. And thanks for having me on the show, and you know, and for saying you listen to and enjoy my music.
I enjoy it. You got it. Tell us. It's awesome. Tell us where we can find you online.
You can find me online at Twitter at our Cryptids, or on Instagram at Cryptids are all right. I'm on Spotify, Bandcamp, pretty much anywhere you can find music online. You find my stuff, and hopefully you enjoy it.
Well, I do. I enjoyed talking with you again, buddy, for sure. We'll do it again sometime.
All right. Yeah, this was awesome. Thank you.
Cool, man. You have a good night, Fred.
All right. You too.
Talk to you next time.